After observing the human drives and relationship myths lecture, this lecture will go over what is a healthy relationship and specifically what is healthy dating and recovery. Would you know a healthy relationship if you saw one? What do you think it would look like? Healthy dating depends on staying clean and sober and actually working your program. If not, a relationship can become an escape, which can lead to relapse and trigger a new possible addiction. Healthy dating is a process, and it's a conscious choice as well. As we go through this lecture, I want you to think, how is this process of healthy dating different for people not in recovery? Unhealthy dating or sport dating includes dating in recovery, that is those casual encounters, relationships that come with little or no awareness, especially of yourself and what you actually need, as well as no real choice or commitment. Some general rules of people dating in recovery are that there should be no dating for at least a minimum of a year. Some suggest even waiting 2 to 5 years. This includes no sex. And this is because the first year of recovery can be very fragile, and to reduce having your relationship become a new addiction, waiting a year can be the best option. This rule does not apply to those who are already married or partnered when they get into recovery. And another rule is to avoid dating in early recovery. This is sometimes called 13-stepping it in recovery. And that's because when people date in early recovery, again, being in a tumultuous time for their recovery, their primary focus should be on themselves in their recovery rather than a relationship. Some dating prerequisites should be: have a healthy relationship with yourself and your recovery community. Two half people do not make a whole relationship. 2 whole people make a whole relationship. So being healthy with yourself first is your part in being able to maintain a healthy relationship. Also, having a healthy relationship with your recovery community allows you to be held accountable when getting into a new relationship. The longer you wait to get in a new relationship into your recovery, the better. Make sure you have gone through the following checklist and have rigorous honesty, which is a principle in recovery. Do you have a solid recovery base? Have you remained clean and sober? Are you working your steps? Are you meeting with your sponsor? And are you regularly attending a home group? These are all things that will help you maintain rigorous honesty in your relationship. Some potential roadblocks for healthy dating in recovery can be a traumatic family history. Negative family patterns can often play a huge role in the messages and interactions that you have in future relationships. So being able to work through those family patterns before getting into a relationship is very important. Another roadblock is distorted realities or coping skills. If you often use coping skills like denial, avoidance, or romanticizing of certain behaviors, these can be detrimental to your healthy dating relationship. Another one is emotional immaturity. Addicts often leave off on the development of their brain when they started using drugs. So if you started using as a teenager, then your brain is usually stuck at where that was and is continuing to develop from there, which can present emotional immaturity in relationships. Instant gratification is a common symptom for addicts, and this can take place in relationships. It's often why it's so hard for people in early recovery to avoid dating within the first year. Another one that makes it difficult for people to avoid dating in the first year is terminal uniqueness. This personality defect is when someone hears these general relationship rules for dating in recovery and believes that their situation is different and therefore forego that rule. They often forego the red flags that come up in their relationship as well. Another one is codependent traits. This is considered a replacement addiction, when we become addicted to a person and put their happiness over our own, which in turn puts our recovery in jeopardy. Without recovery, then we can't have a healthy relationship. In the Faulkner readings, there is the relationship cycle. As you can see, it is circular because you can end up back where you started. The cycle consists of first being single, then dating, then relating, emotional bonding, commitment, and then possible dissolution of the relationship. The stages of relationship first start with stage 1, being single. This is more than just not being in a relationship. This is learning to put yourself first. Single and dating. This is when you keep acting single, but you kind of shop around. You continue to keep true to yourself while learning about yourself through dating. Stage 3 is actually selecting a partner. This is a person who fits your relationship contract that you developed in the first 2 stages. Stage 4 is from dating to relating. This begins the emotional bonding with your partner. Intimacy moves from just yourself to bonding with another person, but not at the expense of yourself. Stage 5 is a committed relationship. This is where physical intimacy can come into play, but you deepen the meaning of self, recovery, and your partner. Stage 6 is leaving, grieving, and healing. This can happen at any time, and the commitment is back on to yourself, but it deepens. So some myths to forget about when it comes to healthy dating is that being single is just what happens when you're not in a relationship. The process of being single is actually a very important step into having a healthy relationship and shouldn't be just seen as not having a relationship. Another myth is that dating is something that we have to get through until we find the one. You shouldn't use dating as a testing ground. You have more control in what you want in life, and a partner can be a part of that, but shouldn't be the whole thing or the purpose. A relationship fails because I'm a failure. This is simply not true. As a marriage and family therapist, I know I'm not a failure if a couple breaks up, because that's just a solution to their problem. Not all relationships should work out. When it gets hard, it's time to bail. Again, relationships are hard, so sometimes sticking it through and working out your problems can be important to the relationship. Love conquers all. Love is not the underlying purpose of life, and this can send the message that being in a relationship fixes your problems, and it surely does not. The concept of soulmate. This is a hotly debated topic, but the idea that you're only meant to love one person and that you need to be constantly searching for this one person who completes you suggests that you are not complete by yourself, but only with another person. You should be striving to be a complete person on your own so that you can have a complete healthy relationship and not seek another person to complete you.